Hello, loves. I want to welcome you back to my channel. Here we'll be having conversations about love, life, and everything that comes with it. Before we get into today's conversation, we need to first handle the business and be sure that you have subscribed to my channel and to be sure that you've hit that notification button so that you are notified every time we upload a video, because you don't want to miss out, okay? It could be a good conversation on here that you need to have some insight to, okay? Here, it's just us. It's no doctors. We're not physicians. We're not professionals. We're just professional people, okay? And all we're trying to do is just get through this thing called life. Prince. Enough said. So, now that we've taken care of that, you want to be sure that you don't miss out on anything. So be sure that you hit the notification bell as well as subscribe to my channel so that you are always on top of things. Okay? Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into today's conversation. Today's conversation, we're going to call it Truthfully Speaking. In Truthfully Speaking, you need to know what your truth is, meaning you need to know what it is that is real to you. You need to know what it is that makes you happy. You need to know what it is that you are striving for every day, what helps you to be able to get up in the morning. You need to know what it is that helps you to get through the day. You need to know. You need to know. You need to know. Not, I'm going to put that pressure off on my significant other. I'm looking for you to make me happy, because nobody can make you happy. You have to be happy with self first. You have to get your identity out of the way before you can bring anybody else in, having them to try to figure out who you are. They can't tell you what makes you happy. There are things that can take place in your life, events, things of that nature that you can be like, oh yeah, I was just really happy during that time, or during this time this was going on, I was really happy. And happiness being what it is, you still are responsible for making sure that overall you know what it takes to keep a smile on your face and clear eyes and a clear mind. When you take and put that responsibility off on somebody else, you charge them with something that's not on them. Like, it's not even fair. It's not, because at any time, if they don't do what it is that you want them to do, that's going to be a problem, and you don't want that. Now you've created a situation and created circumstances in a situation now because you feel like, well, you should have knew this or you should have knew that. How they gonna know if you don't know? Just saying. So when you take and have your own personal trials, it could be emotional, it could be hormonal, it could be mental, it could be anything. But you have to give people or your person the benefit of the doubt. Don't assume that they should know. Don't go into what common sense ought to tell you, because they might not possess that common sense. Just saying. It's one of those things where you need to be sure that you checking you first so that you know what's going on. Sometimes it's not even for you to even try to get somebody else's help. Sometimes it's something that you might need to just take and turn that mirror on you, kind of look and see what's going on the inside. Sometimes, I didn't say all the time, but sometimes that might be what it is. It doesn't have to always be this big, huge, traumatic ordeal. It doesn't have to always be a situation where everybody needs to stop their world because I have a situation. It don't need to be that. But what we do need to always keep in mind is that, guess what? Just like I want people to be mindful of my feelings and what I feel, I need to be mindful of theirs. And don't make an assumption, honey, before you make an assessment. Words to live by, okay? Take some time and say, okay, you know what? Let me try to figure out what's going on with me. I had a situation in my life at one point when it's been probably, oh my goodness, almost 10, 12 years ago, that I had to realize that, guess what, Kim? I had a lot going on. And I think it was because of like my age and where I was in my life and everything that was going on, that I just had all kinds of, frustrations, and I was emotional and all of this. And I remember my significant other wanting to try to fix it for me. And it's like constantly like, well, what is it? Well, what's wrong? What's going on? Well, I'm just trying to help fix it. I'm trying to help fix it. I'm trying to help fix it. And I just happened to really, really have that revelation of, you can't fix it. You can't. And you know why I couldn't fix it? Because hell, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even really know what was wrong with me. I really didn't even know. And at that time, I was, like I said, I was going through a lot of different things. I was dealing with stuff with my dad, and I was dealing with stuff with this job that I was working on. And I really couldn't stand the job I was on. That's like one of the things that I truly came to realize, like after the fact, that was a huge factor. Huge. But at that time, I didn't even realize it. I didn't know. And I remember getting up to leave one morning, getting ready to go to work, and I was sitting in the garage, and I was letting the door up, and I remember just as plain as day, God telling me, nobody else is responsible for your personal happiness. You are. You. I promise you, it was like the heavens opened, the skies cleared, the rain stopped, all of that. Because that was a very, very, very real moment for me, just as a person. Just as a person. And it made so much sense. It was simple. That was my burning bush. Know that. That was my burning bush. And when I thought about it, it's like it stayed on my mind. And like I said, it's been about 12 years ago. That was such a revelation for me. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody else may get it different ways. It could be just the fact that you're watching this video. The fact that you realize, hey, guess what? It's nobody else's responsibility. You got to know what makes you happy before you can be trying to charge somebody else with that. You got to know. And in all fairness, we all need to have the opportunity to figure it out. We do. But the thing is, you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to. Happiness requires, I won't say that it requires a lot. I won't, because that can be taken out of context. But what's required of happiness still is something that your personal happiness is still going to be something that only you would know. Only you would know. Nobody can tell you what makes you happy. You got to search your own soul to get that together. Like, seriously. It's one of those things where being able to be present in your own life, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, truly is everything. It's not just cliche that I'm talking about. It's not just, oh yeah, well, I'm going to, sit over here and, and I get this person that comes into my life. They have to be each and every single solitary thing that's going to make me be happy. So what if something happens as far as that person goes? We ain't saying it's got to be death, nothing traumatic, but I'm just saying, what if that person is having a bad day? And they ain't in a place or a space where they can be making you happy today. You ain't on their list. You ain't on their list. But they want you to be good. They just ain't for, oh, okay, let me take my cables and put them on you so that you can, be boosted off and I don't leave nothing for myself. Nothing. Then they unhappy. Who gonna fix them? They may not be broke. They definitely got a little dent in them. So now they don't get to have a bad day, or they don't get to have a moment, because you want all the moments, minutes, the hours. You want everything. You want days, months, weeks, years, because you want to make it about you. And It's not. It's kind of funny because I always talk with some friends of mine and a girlfriend of mine. It's one of those things I was like, but it's not always about you. It's not. Don't get me wrong. We all, again, we have our days when it's like, okay, I really need to be about me today. Okay, so if somebody could just maybe trade me a day or something like that, I trade them another one of my days. But I need today. Okay. And that's fair. It is. It's fair, you know, but it can't always be about you. Let's be sure we get that. We keep that on the forefront. It can't always be about you. You can't have every day. You can't. You have to share. You have to share. Okay. We have to be nice, but truly know what makes you happy. Know what makes you happy. It takes some time sometimes to figure it out. It does. It's not, happiness is not perfect. It's not even structured, if you will, because we're all different. We're all unique. And that's the way that God made us. Know what it is that makes you happy. Take some time and try to figure out what it is that makes you good. But you got to be good within yourself. I don't care if it's just taking a walk. I don't care if it's getting your favorite ice cream. I don't care if it's just sitting down watching your favorite show. Just know what it is that makes you good, And when it comes to them shows, I done seen some of y'all go to a whole nother level of ignorant. I can't talk to nobody. I don't want to look at nobody. None of that, because my show's on, okay? And if your show's on, people have to respect the fact that your show's on. You ain't bothering nobody, okay? You in your own little cocoon or your bubble or whatever it is that you in with your shows, okay? You don't want to talk right now. You don't want to talk. We all have to be respectful of that, okay? Because right then in that moment, that's your happy. It's okay. It is. It's okay. You can be happy, honey. Go on and be happy. Get on out there. Get you some happy. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. Speak truth to yourself. Please, by all means, speak truth to yourself. Because in speaking that truth, you speaking life. It's like blowing wind into your lungs, honey. And you will be so surprised at how much easier you'll breathe when you got a little bit more air in your chest. You breathe a whole lot better. Clear out all that other stuff too, honey, because you don't need all that. Some of this stuff get to be all mucusy and nasty and stuff. Cause you to have a nasty cough. Don't nobody want all that. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that. But get into that place where you can speak truth to yourself, where you can be happy and be okay with your truth. You don't have to be nasty and ugly to nobody, because you know how y'all get. You ain't got to be ugly, but just be truthful. Be willing to have a conversation where a conversation needs to be had. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary. And if it's worth it, then have the conversation. But speak truthfully. Speak truth, speak life, speak love. We're here for all of that. All of it, each and every day. That will bring us to the end of today's conversation. And again, like I said, I pray that this message is received with love, because I know that that's the place that I'm coming from. I pray that you will leave me a like. We're trying to get there. Don't start. I am very animated, as y'all will get to see, but this is my truth. This is who I am. This is Kim all day long, and that's who you're going to get all the time. I'm the same person. I wish you all the best. I hope that you all have a great day on whatever day it is that you get to see this, and we will see you the next time. Bye.